Welcome to the Sparkle Show. This episode, we go to the Clever Escape Museum. But before that, I want to talk about this contest I'm involved in to be Miss Health and Fitness. I have been a personal trainer on and off for 15 years, and it's a passion, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of life. I've helped transform a lot of clients over the years, and it's great to make an impact on people's lives. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of combining all of my interests into this competition. If you vote for me, you get one free vote every day up until the 30th of July. And then if you want to purchase additional votes, you can do so. $1 per vote goes to the Wounded Warrior Fund. If I win, I get $20,000 and I get to be on the cover of Miss Health and Fitness. And how I'm combining it into this show is that if I do win with the $20,000, I want to help go to various causes. I've interviewed amazing guests. I interviewed this one woman who creates homes for homeless veterans. And I'd given her money on my show months ago when I was working my jobs. I just had to cut her a check because I love her charity so much. Her organization is just really great. And I've had people come on since, and with COVID and everything, money's all tight. So I want to use this money, if I win, to cut checks to the different organizations that come here. We just had a lady a few weeks ago. Her daughter had passed away in a drowning accident, and they were putting up a fund of a donation in her name. And I would have loved to have just said, here's, $300, here's whatever. It's not a lot. 20 grand doesn't go a long way, but if we could just do a little bit here and there, and we're going to track it on our social media. So every time we donate to somebody, we give them the check, I'm going to post it that where the money's going to, so you guys can kind of track. So if I win, it's all because of you guys. You guys are going to be responsible for me winning. So that's why I'm going to do it this way, so I could show you, hey, this is what you helped make happen. So if I'm cutting somebody a check, it's not like I'm personally doing it. It's all because of all of you. And it would be really great to do that here at KP Studios, where I have the Sparkle Show, and there's many other great shows on Mad Talk TV that also help people as well. This is just one platform. So hopefully you guys cast your votes. Remember, if you pay for it, $10 I think is the minimum to buy votes, and that goes straight to the Wounded Warriors, which is really great. We want to help our veterans do this. And you can also help by sharing this link to all of your social media platforms. So you vote for my friend Sparkle on Facebook. The money will go here and there. We'll do some Insta Lives as well, and track. And then also, you guys can, if I do, and you guys could be a part of, hey, have this person on your show. They have this great charity. I want to bring light to people that have things going on that people don't know about. That's the purpose of this show. I love finding something undiscovered. There's so many great organizations that I learn about every day of helping people, and we just want to give a little bit at a time. We also want to help small businesses. So maybe it could be one of these restaurants. We can purchase food for it to help people that are hungry. We can do that as well. That's another thing that we're looking into. There's an indie comic book creator that has a really great comic book. I said, oh, maybe I could purchase some of those to give to certain people. So it doesn't just have to be we give people money. We can also help another business that'll help give to somebody else in need as well. Like I said, there's just little things that we can do to help each other out. I'm all about networking and creating really good content for this show, and through that, helping people if we can. So please vote for me. Please share it with your friends and family. Thanks everybody who's voting. I'm at first place right now. I hope I could stay that way. My pastor voted. Just a lot of great people had voted, and I really appreciate that. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing that link for whatever reason, you can share this episode on your Facebook, and then people can see that and then vote. It does kind of say like you have to have a Facebook account for the free vote, but you can also purchase a vote. Anybody can go on there and purchase a vote as well. And like I said, I'll help the Wounded Warrior Fund. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Always talk to us. You can always leave comments. If there's something more that you want to see or something even less that you want to see, please just let us know, because your feedback's important to us. And we also want to bring you more episodes like today's, where we go on location. This is just such a great place of a small business owner that had a dream and made it a reality, and it was so much fun to go here. Every time I go on location, it's just been such a great experience. We want to bring more shows like that to you and help out as many small businesses as we can throughout California, and hopefully beyond that one day. So thanks for tuning in. You can have all that you wanted, darling. Know the world is yours. I've been up chasing the sunsets just to see if there's more. 'Cause it's been so long since I tried to love. It's been so long since I tried to love. Come with me to the Clever Escape Room. Hello.
Hey, Sparkle, welcome.
This is so exciting. You have the coolest rooms in town and in a big radius.
Well, it's the only rooms in town, so that's good. But they're pretty cool, I agree.
Well, the coolest place in town. This is like a newer building. I know you like remodeled it.
Yes.
And it looks super nice. Like you could tell like the paint on the walls. It's all brand new.
Yeah, it's an over 100-year-old building, and the building owner totally remodeled everything for us, so everything looks like brand new, up to date. It's pretty cool. It's exciting.
Okay, so come tell us about the Clever Escape Room, because not only is it the only escape room in Tulare, you're one of the few in the Central Valley, right?
Correct, yeah.
So where's the other? We said Bakersfield, Tulare, and then there's a couple.
I believe there's 4 in Bakersfield, and I believe there's 4 in Fresno, Clovis area.
So you're like the only one in the middle of like a 2-hour radius.
There's one in Lemoore as well, a little smaller one. I haven't been to it yet, but yeah. But we're pretty spread out, yeah. So we got a really good location.
Okay, so tell all our viewers who you are and how long this has been going on.
All right. My name is David McAllister. I'm the owner here at Clever Escape. And we've been open since April of 2019, so a little over a year. We have 3 live awesome escape rooms. And then we have also a virtual reality arcade where you can play tons of games. You put on a headset and it's like you're in a video game. It's really cool.
See, I love this because you started this because of your fascination with escape rooms. Tell us about the history about why you had to create one.
So, I'll tell you about my first room that I ever did. My friend, my coworker, her name's Denise, she was telling me about these new things popping up called escape rooms. And I'm like, what is that? She's explaining to me, yeah, you go in this room and you do some puzzles and stuff, and you're supposed to try to get out of the room or something. I'm like, that sounds really weird, but kind of cool, and I wanted to try. I was like, oh, I want to go out and see, because I like to go out and do things. So what's funny is I told my wife about it, and I was like, hey, let's go do an escape room. And I explained to her what it is.
So how long ago was this?
This was 2016, beginning of 2016.
So it wasn't that long ago. Yeah.
No, not that. They haven't been around that long.
Right.
I think in the U.S. they opened up around 5 years ago, I want to say, or some of the older escape rooms are just 5 years old. So fairly new concept, fairly new kind of business, which is cool. But yeah, when I told my wife, I was like, hey, let's do an escape room. And I explained to her what it was. The first thing she said was, no way, that sounds super nerdy and stupid. And to which I was like, all right. So I kept, working on her and trying to get her to go. Finally got her to go because we were traveling down south. I think we were probably going to Disneyland or something. And my nephews lived down there. And so we were visiting them, and they were looking for something fun to do. And I was like, this is a perfect time to have an escape room here. And so we found an escape room, and we did it. And we didn't make it out of the room, by the way. We were not successful. But we had a blast. It was so much fun. And the first thing my wife said once we're done, she's like, do they have more rooms? Let's do another one. Because she was so pumped about it. She loved it. So we started doing a ton of them and seeing all kinds of different cool ideas that people came up with puzzles. And so I ended up designing my own, but mine was a mobile one because it didn't have a place. So I would take these boxes, right, and they'd have a ton of locks on them. And I would go to like real estate teams or different kinds of businesses.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they would pay me a ridiculous amount of money to basically run an escape room at their business.
I like that.
Right, and it's super fun. I'm watching people play a game, and they're paying me, $300, $400, $500 for an hour of work, and I'm like, this is awesome. But everybody kept telling me, these are good puzzles. You need to open up your own place, and I was like, yeah, I probably do. And then I did some more for like churches and like church camps and things like that. And everybody just kept telling me, you need to open up your own place, like a real place. And so I talked to my wife about it, and it took a while because this place needed a lot of work. But we found this place, and we're opened up.
Did you search a lot of places before picking this
Yes.
one? I can only imagine.
Yes, and actually I really wanted to open up in Visalia, like downtown Visalia, or even on Mooney, a place around there. And it just, everything would go wrong. Like something would go wrong with every place. So
this is a really weird business to say. Like, is this the right? I can only imagine the difficulties you faced.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's so new that there's no city zoning for it. So they make you go through the longest process possible.
Wow.
Which means they inspect everything. Like you have to have the right amount of parking, and you have to have, ADA, everything has to be ADA, which is fine. I mean, it should be, so that's good, wheelchair accessible facilities and stuff. But I mean, everything's kind of under a microscope, and you have to go through the longest process. And so every time we would find a place, it was like, oh, this place doesn't have enough parking, or this place would take, thousands and thousands of dollars just to get up to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Whereas if another type of business came in, they wouldn't care,
Right.
Which is kind of weird, but I mean, that's how it works, right?
I like this location because you're buying a lot of stuff. So some people that will pass us and be like, what's that? You're not out in the country. Because that could be fun too. Doing one of those houses out there, you have an escape room, and that's a whole
Yeah, and there's one like that in Bakersfield, I think.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if it's out in the country, but I think it's
Or it's kind of like a haunted.
Yeah, I think it kind of is. I don't know. I haven't been there, but I've heard.
I like that idea. That's cool. But then it's like people don't see. You can kind of get a little bit of foot traffic. We're like, ooh, what's that here? Because this is a nice area of Tulare.
For the escape rooms, a lot of them are in like warehouses and things like that because it's a very niche market, and the people that do it, they typically they plan to do it, so it doesn't really matter where it is. They're going to go to it no matter what. The VR though is a little bit more reliant or on foot traffic really, because people that walk by, when they see somebody playing through the window, they're always looking and to see like what's going on in there, because they want to see. And then what's nice is we have TVs that are up while somebody's playing. We don't right now, but we normally have TVs that are up, and then you can actually see what they're seeing in the game.
Are you doing it on the wall now, the virtual reality, or did you just stop that? Because are you doing it where they're like a projection since the TVs are down, or no?
No, we just, for now, because of the COVID stuff, we aren't allowing the VR, so I actually put the TVs and the VR sets. I put them away so they don't get stolen.
That's smart.
But whenever this stuff, when everything's calmed down, we'll definitely.
But we can still do an escape room. A couple people can come and get an escape room if they want to, right?
Yeah, the escape rooms are totally open. It's just the VR, you have to put on a whole headset like you're inside a video game,
I bet
right?
that is expensive, right?
Yeah. It's very expensive. Yeah.
Did you do it all at once? Did you say, I want to do the virtual? What made you decide to do both? What was that decision process?
So that wasn't the original plan. The original plan was just going to be escape rooms. And I was just noticing, like, whenever I go do an escape room with my friends, we do it for like an hour, and sometimes if we're faster, it might be a little less. And we get out, and we're usually like, we're pumped up. We want to do something else, right? And I just thought, like, this would be a great idea for people that do an escape room, but they still want more. They still want to do something else. They could come out, rent out a station, and watch each other play a virtual reality game, shooting bow and arrows or shooting zombies or whatever game they want to play.
That's really brilliant that you combined it all.
Thanks. I think so. I mean, I would love a place like. I mean, I do love it.
You created a place that you wanted to go to.
Exactly. That's That's it. That's the key right there.
I bet they
Here's the
love
place
you
I
in
love.
this town, because if that's all before you, all you got to do is go to Fresno or Bakersfield. This is that nice little pocket where, hey, there's something right here. I bet people are really excited about that.
Yes, and we pull a lot of people from Bakersfield and Fresno, which is nice about this place, because people that are fans of, escape rooms, they'll do all the ones in their city, and then they're like, well,
Now what?
now what? Because you can only do them once, and so they'll end up traveling to us and doing our rooms, which is really cool.
I know a lot of people come and ask you what it is, because I kept trying to explain to my mom what an escape room is. She's like, what is that? So is it fun to introduce people for the first time? Hey, it's this and that. Come try it out. And then they're like, you're giving them a new experience for the first time in their life for people who've never been to one. Is that exciting?
Oh, it is awesome. It is super cool. And I'd say probably 2/3 or so of the people that come in here, they've never done an escape room. So they're trying something new. They're super nervous because they don't know what to expect. They're like, I get questions like, is it scary? Or are we really locked in the room? Which they're never really locked in the room. They can just walk out at any point. But it gets people kind of nervous because they're not sure what to expect. And it's a real live immersive experience. And anytime that's the case, there's a little bit of anxiety, especially for your first time.
How hard are these puzzles? Can the average do you have to be really smart to get it, or can the average person get them?
It definitely doesn't hurt to be smart, but I will say it's not really a school smarts type of smart.
Like a puzzle smart.
Yeah, and it's not like a mathy puzzle. And I mean, we have one or two that are really simple math, like you could do it in your head pretty easily. Some of them are kind of logic kind of puzzles, but for the most part, it's pretty much kind of common sense mixed in with a scavenger hunt.
What's the success rate of people that make it out? I mean, do you kind of know? I mean,
Yeah. So it depends on the room. Some rooms, they vary in difficulty.
So the difficult rooms, you don't have a huge success, and the easy rooms,
Yes.
so what most people make out. Okay.
So we have 3 total rooms. One of them is based on the show Stranger Things. That one is about a medium level, and we have about 50 to 60% make it out of that one, finish the game.
Nice.
And then we have a harder one where you're trying to disarm a bomb in a train station. It's called Platform C4. That one is pretty difficult. And it's not necessarily the puzzles, it's the fact that we put your team into 2 different rooms, and you have to communicate to the other team what's in your room. And that communication piece makes it way, way harder. And so we usually, I think right now we're about 15 or 16% of teams make it out. So about 1 in 6 make it out of that one. But what's cool is we get people that'll come play it, and they'll get about halfway through it, but they have a great time, and then they come back to finish it, and which is really cool. I love seeing that. That's really cool. And that's the other room, we don't get that as much because more people finish it. But the Platform C4, the bomb room,
Okay, so what about the new room?
So what's funny too is it's hard to always gauge when I'm designing the game.
How difficult it is?
How difficult it is, yeah, because I thought Platform C4 was going to be the easier of the 2 rooms, and it turned out to be way harder because I highly underestimated the communication part of it, like how hard it is for teams to communicate.
People have a hard time communicating in general. So
that's true.
You have put some obstacles in the way.
When you have to describe the stuff in your room, it makes it even harder.
Okay, so tell me about renting out for birthday parties and such, because that sounds very exciting to me, to have your birthday party at an escape room.
Oh, totally. So we normally do things pricing by person, and it's $27 a person for the escape room.
Okay.
And so when we book out the entire place, it's a flat fee. If you get 1 playthrough through all of the rooms, and then you get both stations out here for an hour, and it's $350.
That's it?
So that's it. And then you can bring your own food. You can bring your own cake or whatever, and eat it here.
What's the hour span that you are allowed to do that? I mean, how many hours can you rent that out for that rate?
Well, typically what will happen is they'll show up early and they'll set up their cake and whatever,
right?
Or whatever they're gonna have, and then they come and they play, and then they kind of, you know, they have to choose which game and choose their teams, and they go play the rooms, and then some stay out here and do VR. And then, of course, you can always add more time on VR or whatever, or do 2 hours or whatever, like 2 run-throughs, or however people want to do it.
Oh, so you have to pay separate for the VR?
When you're doing the 1 hour, it's everything.
Okay.
And then,
beyond that.
Yeah, if you wanted to add more. So if you wanted to add more time. So let's say after they get done with the rooms, they come out and everybody's kind of out here together eating cake or whatever. If they wanted to add another hour, whatever.
So how much is it to add an hour?
It's only $25 an hour per station. And we have 2 stations.
Nice. This is a really good, to me this would be fun. Everyone wants new and ways to celebrate things, and why not come to the escape room?
Yeah, and we do a lot of that. We do a lot of team building with companies, a lot of birthday parties.
So smart. That's great for companies that are like, what are we going to do this year for that? Because everything gets old and, you know, done up over and over again. This is something really new and exciting. Like, it's better than bowling. I mean, it's a new way to hang out.
I mean, I love bowling. It's just,
I like bowling too. I think there's like a new way.
It's different. Yeah. You know, it's a different kind of, because it's so immersive. It feels like you're in a movie. You know?
That's what I was thinking when you were telling me about how people go back and do it. Remember that one movie where the girl lives the same day over and over again? I forget what the name of it is.
There's a lot of movies like that. There's Groundhog Day.
Right, but it's like, and you go back and like, I'm going to do this differently. I know this part, I know that part.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like that room over there where you said that they come back to do it. It's like you get to a certain point, okay, I've done this. Now where do we go from here? Because then it's like the next step of the puzzle you didn't get to last time. That's pretty cool.
What's funny is a lot of them, they'll come back in 2 or 3 weeks. They totally forget everything.
That would probably be me.
Yeah, it's really funny. But I mean, it's fun to watch. It's great.
Okay, let's see some of these rooms. I'm so excited about it.
All right, let's go check them out. So this is our game called Downside Up. It's based loosely on the show Stranger Things. So people that are fans of Stranger Things really love this room. You don't have to watch the show to play the game. There's no trivia or anything like that. So totally not necessary to watch the show. But if you do watch the show, the theme, the decorations make a lot of sense.
I would think you get some diehard fans that come in just for this.
Yes. And this one has about a 50 to 60%, somewhere in there, success rate. So whenever somebody comes and they're new, we usually try to tell them, try this one because it's a little bit easier than the other one. So we'll check it out.
This is so cool. Oh my gosh.
So you probably don't know it just by looking up like right now, but this room has tons of puzzles already, like you have to kind of search them out. So every escape room, when you first get in there, it's a bit of a scavenger hunt. You have to look for things and kind of, you know, scavenge, find things that you're supposed to solve. And then as you find them, put things together. As you solve them, things will open. You'll get more puzzles and things to solve. And then you keep going. The game progresses.
I mean, so people just don't even know where to start.
Yeah,
I'm looking in here and I'm like, where would I start?
Exactly. So the first 10 minutes, like I said, it's more of you're communicating, telling people on your team, hey, I see this, I see this, I see this, and you try to put things together. What's cool about this room, which is different than any escape room I've ever seen, is it uses augmented reality. So we give the participants these little devices, phones basically, and they find hidden objects in the room on the phone. It's like similar to the game Pokemon Go. So if your viewers are familiar with that game, where like the little Pokemons pop up.
Cool.
You know?
Okay.
So you're like you're scanning things in real life, but they'll pop up on the phone.
Oh, so you get a cell phone in there, so that would be a helpful place to start. So I just started doing this with the phone. Okay.
Yes. And so this room, that's the name of the game for this room. You have to like scan and try to find hidden objects that will appear only on the phone.
And what about these books?
Ooh,
I love Dan Brown and James Patterson. So these have something to do?
Yep, that's a puzzle in itself. The books.
Oh my.
I don't want to give too much in.
I don't, yeah, we won't give too much away into this box. So I just start scanning. Very interesting. And explain.
So this game, you're trapped in an alternate reality, and you're pulled in through a poster into this alternate reality. But on this side of the this side of the portal is broken. So this poster is broken. So the name of this, like the objective of this game is to put that poster back together so you can get back through the portal and into the real world.
Wow, that is
That's the
so
idea.
cool.
Yeah, every escape room has a story or like a theme to it and an objective that you're trying
And we
to
want to open these up, huh?
Yes. So it's just all puzzles, like you'll open up locks, that opens up new compartments, and you get more puzzles and more things.
I love how you have the signs, please do not touch. I touch everything, so I'm that kid that goes in the store and touches everything.
Yeah, and I really hate that we have to have that up there. But, you know, people...
They think it's part of it, so they're starting to, like, they mess with it because they think they're supposed to,
and
right?
that is part of the game, actually. But they don't need to actually touch anything for that part of it. Other things in the room, yeah, they have to touch. So we try to make that very clear, what you should touch and what you shouldn't.
And something will pop up here, right, in this little screen. You don't have to give too much away. I mean, don't we want... And some of these things pop up, and some things don't, correct?
Yeah, so there's all kinds of things like trap doors and kind of surprises that happen. Not like surprises like scare you type surprises, but, you know, cool things that happen in the room as you solve puzzles and do stuff.
And you can watch us the whole time we're in here, huh?
Yes, we have cameras and microphones. It sounds creepy, but number one, it's very entertaining for us.
I can only imagine.
We get to watch people struggle.
The great and powerful Oz back there.
We get to hear the stuff they come up with is great. It's awesome.
I can only imagine.
But the second thing is we're paying attention. We're called game masters when we're watching. And the reason why is because if your team gets stuck and for a long period of time it starts getting frustrating, we don't want that. We want to make sure that
you give a clue.
So yeah, we have monitors in each room that are attached to a computer, and we use the program and we give clues. We just type them out, or we can do audio if we want.
Can we ask for help?
Yeah, you can totally ask for help. And we have
every
teams.
5 minutes. Am I on the right track?
Yeah.
You tell me I'm on the right track.
Yep, and then we can say yes, you are, or nope, try something else. You know.
Nice.
We try not to. We don't really give anything away when we give clues. We just we try to like read, because we don't want to ruin the game. We try to redirect. Hey, focus on this, you know, or focus on this, or have you tried putting this and this together?
This is a fun job. I mean,
oh yeah. It's not. It's funny because I come here and I just get to watch people play. And what's even cooler, they're playing the games that I created, which is even, you know, having a blast. It's super fun.
Nice.
Okay, so this is probably my favorite game we have here. It's called Platform C4.
The hard one?
This is the hard one that about 1 in 6 teams make it out of. We're not going to actually go into these rooms, and the reason why is because what we do in this room is we split your team into 2 different rooms, and you have to communicate what's in your room to the other team, and they have to communicate to you. And that's what makes the game really hard, is the communication part of it. So I don't want to...
Is it teams though, whoever gets it first?
So you're not competing, you're working together still. Okay. But like, so if you're in one room and you find something, it might not necessarily be for your side of the room. You might have to communicate it to the other team.
No wonder it's hard. See, this is that communication thing.
Yes. And that makes it tough. Communication's tough.
This could be like a couples therapy thing.
Oh my gosh, we get a lot of couples yelling at each other in this one.
I can only imagine. And then, like, if you can make it through this room, you can make it through anything.
I've seen like first dates in this room. They have fun, but sometimes they get a little bit like, you know.
Me, I go in there. Why didn't you tell me this? I would have started with this.
Yeah, they start blaming each other for things, and I mean
That's so me. That's so funny.
But it's definitely a challenge. So if somebody comes and they've never done an escape room, we tell them probably don't try this one, because
we gotta work our way up to it.
Yeah, do one of like the downside up, because it's a little easier. You kind of get the hang of it.
Are there people that come here that are like on an escape room challenge, or it's like I must complete everything they've gone across the country and completed, and this is like
we just had a team from Maine came last night and they did all our rooms and loved it. So
that's insane.
But they've done over 100 rooms. We have tons of fans that of escape rooms that have done 50 or more, and yeah, they love rooms like this. Yeah, they love rooms like Platform C4 because it's challenging, it's different. It makes them communicate and work in a way they're not really used to.
You're like, what'd you do today? I built a bomb today.
Yeah. So this room, what's cool about this room is at the very end, if you get there is a bomb, and it has wires, and you literally have to cut the wires in the right order.
So what does anything happen if it's the wrong one? Tell me that they get sparked or something. That'll be fun.
I'm gonna leave that as a mystery if that's cool.
Oh my gosh.
You'll have to play the game and find out.
I love it. I'm down.
Well, hopefully you get them right. Something happens when you get it right too. So.
There's a 15% success rate. I don't know. I'm not smart. We'll see.
It's definitely a challenge for those who have done some and really want the challenge. So. Creepy and spooky.
What's that meant to be spooky? This is our new room. It's called The Lost Treasure of Atlantis, and it's very immersive, as you can see.
This is like Indiana Jones style.
Yes, it's torch lit. We've got walls that are, brick walls, and it's supposed to simulate an underwater temple of Atlantis.
I love it.
So in this game, the story is you are diving into the ocean. And you are exploring the lost temple of Atlantis, trying to find the Poseidon's trident, which is the big treasure item. And when you get into the temple, you get locked in by Poseidon, and he tells you have 1 hour to find his trident. Otherwise, you're stuck in the temple forever, like this poor guy over here.
Oh man!
You want to get that?
That's how most of my boyfriends end up, so.
So this room, I spent a lot of money and a lot of work on the detail in this room. So it's a bit stepped up on the immersion part of it.
I wish people could actually feel how cool this is. I can only imagine what you spend on this. This is awesome.
Yes, and we painted this
by hand.
Yeah.
You're an incredible person. You can do everything.
Thanks. My wife did a lot of the walls.
You got a very good wife.
Yeah. She worked her butt off.
You got her into this, and now she's like, wow.
And then I actually hired an artist that I know. Her name's Taylor Kruger. Super awesome artist, and she came in and did a lot of detailing. She showed us how to do shading and two-tone colors on the walls. But she did a lot of the details in this room, a lot of the rustic looking items with like seaweed kind of, or mossy looking stuff. She did that, and she did an incredible job. And then I also have a blacksmith friend who's amazing with woodworking and amazing with metal. And he made these torches for me that are just absolutely out of this world. And he's been a huge help with little things in this room.
Gosh, the behind the scenes of making this is it's just as fascinating as solving the puzzles.
Oh, totally. And for this room, it was really a team effort. I got a lot more people with a lot of talent in the area involved.
And I love this is actually built on there, the starfish.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, yeah, it was definitely a team effort in this room. But it came out so good. I'm super happy with the way it came out. I am working on one last prop in this room, and so it'll be available for people to play in about 2 weeks.
So during this coronavirus, I was thinking of ways to get people to play more escape rooms. And so I kind of took what I did before with the mobile games and turned it into a take-home escape room.
That is so cool. How much is this?
It's $75, and it comes with, it comes with everything here.
This is the best
ready
gift
to go.
ever, and this is really nice quality. For $75, you made this is like pure wood and.
Yes, I mean you have to bring it back.
Oh,
you don't get to keep it.
Okay.
It's like a rent. It's like a
It's
rental.
a rental game.
Yeah.
How long do you get to have it for? Like a day or 2 days?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really. As long as I get them back, I don't really care. You can have it. Just, everybody keeps them for different amounts of time. Usually it's a day or two. Sometimes, people will take it out of town for a trip, and I'm like, whatever. As long as they tell me.
Okay.
I usually set it up, by case, like pick up and drop off. But anyway, yeah. So this one, the idea is instead of trying to break out of a room, right, escape out of a room, you're trying to break into this box, which has the cure or the item that's going to help save us from corona. So
The antibodies in here, guys. We're all one. We've been wondering.
I feel like I should have a disclaimer. This is just a game, and it's not really going to help you. So, yeah, that's my disclaimer. Nobody sue me, please. But yeah, the idea is you're trying to break into this box, and to do that, you have to get these locks off.
See, this is the stuff that's my biggest fear. Like, I've always wanted to go on Fear Factor, but I'm always afraid I'm going to have to unlock a bunch of things underwater and stuff, and then that's going to stop me. So this is really challenging for me.
Well, you don't have to play this one underwater.
I know, but I'm not good with locks. So eventually these...
You definitely want to play it with a team, right? This would be really difficult by yourself. But the way this one works is you start with an envelope, and you open it up, and it's got items in there, and you try to solve a puzzle. And as soon as you solve a puzzle and get one lock off, you're allowed to open up a second envelope. And you try to solve another puzzle. And as soon as you get another lock off, a second lock off, you get a third and final envelope. And from there, you should be able to get all the
This is the best game ever. I mean, how smart is that? Everyone's quarantined, stuck at home, and you created this, and now it's like something that they could do and look forward to. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and it's super easy to just disinfect after everybody.
I thought you were saying it's super easy to do this. I know nothing.
It's not super easy to do this, no. In fact, I think this game in particular is a little bit more challenging than our escape rooms just in general. But it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
I think you should make some of these that we could give out as gifts and sell online. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. You mean like the whole thing that you keep
kind of something that, this is really elaborate. You have to figure out a way that would be economical to sell, because it's a really good...
Right. And they do have board games that are like that.
Because some people, I think, watching this further, are going to be like, I want to do that, I want that.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
They do have like board games that you can buy that have like cheap... They don't really have locks.
No,
I don't think they have locks.
I need something cool like this. That'd be really cool.
But yeah, this is just kind of expensive. Like these locks are pretty
expensive.
I
could tell. This is really nice.
Yeah. It probably cost me more than $75 for the
materials.
materials.
This is just so nice.
It's really the game that you're paying for, right? The
experience.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is fun. Everything is so tricky and fun and quirky. What's like going to a dinner party at your house? Is it?
Oh yeah, this is great for that. We get people to do this for like birthday parties too. And
but going to your house, is it normal or
in my house?
Is it something gonna pop out at us? Do you like?
I have had some dinner parties where we do an escape room afterwards.
I would just think nothing would be normal. I feel like I'd come over and I'd sit down and you guys would smell me, and then I'd be like, okay, well, where's the game here?
Yeah, and my wife and I we are totally into board games
and fun stuff, right?
All kinds of stuff. So we love that kind of stuff. We're the game night type people.
I know, that's what I'd love to go to a dinner party at your house. I'd just get all kinds of laughs.
Well, you'll have to do that. It's a lot of fun.
This is so cool. Thanks for coming and letting us shoot in here and have this experience. This is a very good relief from everything that's going on.
No, I totally agree.
I could just step in a door and expect nothing but pure fun and not think about anything. You say it's an escape room. This is like really an escape from everything.
It really is. Yeah. It's so immersive. It's like, you get going and you're in the zone. You're like not thinking about anything else except for how do I get this lock open, or what do I do with this, It's a lot of fun.
For years at home, I wish this smells so nice and new. Like the walls, the paint, in the first time, everything's like a fresh paint and smell. It's just so nice. And wood. Everything smells like wood and paint, but in a good way.
Thank you. I think, yeah. So I'm gonna have you guys play our escape room called Downside Up.
And this one involves augmented reality. So I just gave you a phone, and you're going to use this to scan things in the room to find hidden objects that'll find different clues to help you solve things.
I love it.
So let's practice on our sign. See if you can find a hidden message by scanning our sign and see what comes up.
This is a clue. There's a door. Wait, there's doors on there. Okay.
So this is a clue that pops up, not in real life, but only on the phone. When you scan it. Cool? Does that make sense?
So what's the clue on there, though?
Nothing. I just wanted you to see that.
Oh,
text,
I was like, I'm trying to figure out what the clue is in this. Okay, got it.
No, it's just, this is a clue. Hey, this could be a clue in the room, something that will pop up like that. So it could be words like that. It could be an image. It could be a video, or it could even be audio. So all kinds of different things in this room.
Let me see if you're a clue. No, you're not a clue.
But keep in mind, you don't know what in the room is going to trigger what. So my advice is to scan everything in the room. Okay? It's floor to ceiling. Everything you find, scan it.
I like it.
That's how you do well in this room.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. So here's the story of the downside up. You're in your mom's basement playing Dungeons and Dragons when all of a sudden the lights go out, the room starts shaking like an earthquake, and you are pulled into a portal, which is a poster on the wall, into an alternate reality called the downside up. Now, this alternate reality is a lot like your mom's basement. However, there are some differences in this world than the real world, including that poster that was on the wall. It's broken on this side. So the goal of this game is to restore that poster back to normal so you can get back through the portal and into the real world before a monster comes and eats you in 1 hour.
That's like counting the bricks in a prison cell.
4, 5.
I wonder if these holes matter. Oh my gosh, I wanted to unlock this from the moment I walked in this room. Here we go.
There's a key. Where does the key go to, you think?
There was one thing I was getting under here with a lock, remember? And this is a hand.
Here's
Oh no, it's a place to attach. It's not the right.
Sparkle.
There's another one?
This lock is smaller.
Okay. That's what she said. I'm not good at this. You do it. I told you I hate love. Creature, sorcery. But these books mean something I've not figured out. Did you not do it right, Drew?
So, it's got to be something more than that. It's got to be a number combination. You toss up the ones there? Awesome. One, two,
Oh.
3, 7, and 8.
Okay, so this is in the order of this?
No, look, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Cards are numbered.
Oh my. 5 minutes to solve this.
You guys got this. 5 minutes.
Um,
Yeah, I read this.
we have one more word to
One more.
figure out and one more key.
Corner, corner. We're so not gonna make this in time.
Yeah, we will. Maybe someone will give us a bonus.
Okay, wait. Okay, so this puzzle went there. This is not a very, very big puzzle.
This should be very easy to figure out. That piece should be very easy to figure out. Okay. Where's some guys? Here. Why is that piece so hard? I don't see any piece that's even that size. I hope we're not missing a damn piece.
Oh, yeah.
I better not be.
You guys got 2 minutes. It's coming together.
So do we win or do we not win? Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Yeah, was it
Yes,
fun?
that was a very fun, very crazy.
Love it. You guys did great. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, 'cause it was stressful.
Yeah. And I got to be the evil genius who's
You
watching you guys.
are the evil genius, but it was
Yeah.
so much fun. I love it.
That's great.
So gift certificates, if people want to give us a gift.
Yeah, we have gift certificates online.
Okay.
So if you go to our website, which is www.cleverescape.com, Clever is spelled CLEVR for virtual reality.
Nice.
So
that's
CLEVR escape.com. There you can book your escape room. So if you're interested in doing an escape room, you can book it. Or you can, like you said, you can purchase gift cards on there for other people. They are e-gift cards, so it gives you basically something to email somebody.
Nice.
And then they just put in the code and it works just like a gift card.
I love it. And then bookings.
So bookings you can do, like I said, on our website. You pick the game, you pick the day you want, and the time. It's kind of like the movie theater. We have different time slots, and so you just pick the day, pick the time. You can pay for it online, and then.
So that means if you want to rent out, you have to get it way in advance because someone may have booked it. Or do you ever?
Correct.
Is there ever a conflict and you just tell them, hey, can you book another time, or you don't really do that?
Every once in a while, that doesn't
But not
typically
really,
happen
okay.
a lot of times because usually birthday parties they book like a month in advance. And
I should book for my birthday next year. I just want to see. I want to be like you and watch everybody do it.
yes, oh, it's so much fun.
That would be fun.
It doesn't feel like work when I'm here doing it. So that's the goal, right?
Well, you worked really hard to get here. Like I said, I commend you on this because it's like putting a dream into a reality.
Oh yeah. big
And I
time.
know how much. Well, actually, I don't. It's probably over my imagination of what it took to put into this, and
A lot of work and quite a bit of money.
a little bit of frustrations along the way.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you think the escape room was hard. Building the escape room was a whole different kind of puzzle. So, but anyway, yeah, it's been like you said, it's a dream. It's a passion, and I love it.
I guess this happening more. You could franchise that,
Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. That'd be great.
and even the name Clever. It was clever for the Clever Escape Room.
Yeah, thanks. Especially since the VR and the escape room in one name. It's good.
I do. I love it. I love it. Everything with you is like a puzzle.
Yeah, of course. That's what I do.
You'd be like the most fun friend and the most frustrating one at the same time.
I can see that. I can see that.
I'd
I'm
be like,
guilty.
wait, is this a puzzle now?
Guilty.
You're like, no, that's just normal. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
can't wait to come back and tell all my friends and everybody watching to come to the Clever Escape in Tulare.
Dude, it's so much fun. And thanks for coming. It was a blast.
Thank you.